Hello guys and welcome back. Okay, hello guys and welcome back. Okay, I need energy. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you that I've just joined, you are welcome. This is a cool, settled, chilled, fun place. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for staying. I really appreciate you guys, and I see we're growing. Thank you so much. And for those of you that don't know me, don't know my name, because I've never really done like a sit down and talk about me. Have I? I think my very first video. So my name, I like saying so. My name is Perseverance Paige Mbunjwa. And I am a Zimbabwean who was raised in South Africa, and I am currently based in the UK. And today I wanted to share with you about my life in the UK. Okay, stop it. So we're in April now. Today is the 2nd of April, and next month would make it 2 years officially in the UK. And it has been a journey. It has been a journey. So I think I would do like a sit down talking about the whole process, how it happened and whatever. So, but I will just summarize and then head on to my life in the UK and now. So, because this is my sit down and because it involves a lot of people, they will feature, but I will base more on my side of the story, on my side. Right. And then maybe we can do a sit down with Tembi. And then, yeah. So, how we came to the UK, first of all, is that we first got how the whole thing started in 2021, 2022. So we also heard about it, like, if it's possible, it's like, and it was so... It was something that we thought it was easy because we thought, okay, we've got family that side, probably they know in their way they work, or the friends, they've got connections and whatever, and then we'll apply and everything. But it was not as easy as that. But God opened doors, and when He started opening doors, this thing happened within 5 months. And it happened in 2023, something that we heard about in 2021. So I remember the first time we heard about it, we also started asking questions, and it was that time where people didn't want to talk about it. Just asking a question, okay, what subjects? Yeah, because you didn't even know what you're studying. What subjects should I look for? Or what courses? Where should I start? And people will be like so secretive about that, because it was as if you find out, then you will apply and get a job and finish all the jobs. But I get it. I really don't blame anybody. But it was just a season of secrecy. Anywho, then are we still on? Okay. So yeah, then the interest died down, because even things for us were not even okay at that time. We were not okay. So financially, things were just hard. Business wise, guys, things were just doing this. When you think, okay, this is the lowest we can go, they go lower. Like, things were just getting bad. It's true, it gets darker, like darkest before the end of the tunnel. I was just guys. There was a time we couldn't pay rent. But because we had stayed at our house for 5 years and we had never had a problem, so the agencies were also trying to fight for us, and the landlord was also like worried, like, what's happening with these guys? They're not saying anything. What's going on? Are they fine? He looked for us actually, and he was, as long as you will pay before the end of the month. So we paid, and it was not easy. We even got we even got let me keep quiet. It was, it really got very bad. So thinking of UK, so this opportunity would have been this breakthrough, right? But you're thinking it also needs money for you to do this. It's not, and because there were very few companies that would sponsor for everything, and it's not like we knew that then. We just thought that we have to do everything ourselves. We didn't even understand the process. We didn't even understand what we were applying for. We didn't even understand anything. So we didn't know, really. We just didn't know. So the interest died down. And after a few months again, toward the end of the year, I remember calling my aunt and telling her that if she hears something, she should hear something for us and let us know, so that we know what we actually, because if there's an opportunity, we might be interested. I think that's when we started to hear that there are some companies that are paying and doing everything for people. And so you know how it is when you get interest, you step back a bit, then you come back a step bit, then after a while she called us and she told us that, oh, is this something I found out, this is this something that you'd be interested in? But then because we had stopped, like, no, let's put a pause and we don't stress ourselves, because now we'll start losing weight over something that we have no control of. So like we spoke, my husband and I spoke, and like, okay, if it's something that can happen, something that we can work on, let's give it a shot. Let's try. Guys, the process the day we sat together and agreed, it didn't even take more than 5 months. I waited for my visa of which it was a mistake. My visa was long released, but I waited, I think 2 months, if not 3 months. I think I actually waited for 3 months or 2 months. I can't remember. And so the process was so quick. God just provided the funds. There's some people in this world that I won't be mentioning names because I'm not sure if they would be comfortable. But there's some people that thank you is not even enough. Like, you don't even know how to be grateful. At times I ask myself, if I was them, if I was put in that situation where somebody needs my help that much, even if I had the means, would I go that far? Would I? That's something that I ask myself, and I don't know how to answer it, because I could be answering it from just because somebody did it for me and I'm trying to be a good person, or I could be answering it from deceit, or answering it from, I don't know. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I would go that far. I would help, but not go that far. But you don't know. Let's see when I have the funds. Let's see what will happen. Hey, God, don't test me, please. Okay. So anyway, this is 8 minutes. Okay, fine. So we came. Okay, eventually I came in May. My husband followed in July. That whole thing is a story on its own, guys. So I came here and we started working, and so my sister-in-law and my sister-in-law came first, then I came. I think she came in March, then I came in May, end of March, and I came mid-May. Sorry. So when I came a week later, we started doing our shadowing, like training and stuff like that. And so when I came, I didn't, why do I keep saying we? Let me speak for myself. I didn't have a car. And then thankfully the company that I was working for, we had company cars, and we were working in groups. So we had a driver for the day, and then he would come pick us up. We'll pay him the cab money that he used to go fetch the car, and then we'd spend the whole day together. And working. So it made life so easy. So this is why I'm always telling people that don't focus on someone else's experience this side, because companies are different, people's experiences are different. The people who come here and they're just by themselves, no family, no friends, and they have to do everything on their own. And I can imagine with us, we had family. Like family is here. Most of 90% of my in-laws are this side, so we had family. So even when we came, we didn't have to be renting or living at a company's rental, and then the pressure of finding your own apartment and trying to settle and trying to buy a car so that you work. I can imagine the stress on somebody who doesn't have nobody, and they have to find a house, then they have to buy a car, and then they have to be saving and then depending as well on the company you're working for, if there's money, if there's full shifts, if the rate is high or it's just minimum. So all those things, they factor in. So all those things factor in. And so don't compare, just experience your own journey and make it work for you. So for us, we're very grateful that we had family, and when we came, we didn't start paying rent until May. Okay. May, July. So I think it was July. No? July, August, I got a second job because I wasn't driving even when I started the second job. But it was good because it was a care home. So the first one I was working was home care, like domiciliary, where we go and take care of people in their homes. And guys, I should really be grateful to God. But so what happened is we still had like the experience of being in a new place and the UK system, but it was a little bit easy to handle because everything was just so accessible. Everything was just working for us, for our good. Then once I got a second job, then I started working. The second job, I had to work at least 3 days. Guys, I was working 6 days a week. 6 days a week. So the thing about the second job is I was only working 7-hour shifts. So at least I had half of the day to rest. If I'm working in the morning, I would work from 7 to 2. Then the rest of the day I'm home. So that was my alarm. So that was the good part of it. And then only the main job, if I'm at work from 6:30 until whenever I finish, around 9 or 10 in the evening. So at times you'd have a break in between, and if the break is long, you'd be able to go home. If not, would stay, park somewhere, and I'm watching a vlog and I just saw myself kissing someone. So emotionally, what it did to me is it was not an easy thing, because from the time I was born until 32, I'd always been with my parents. Even when I got married in 2018, my parents were always like 4 or 5 hours away. 4 or 5 hours away. So I'd never been so far away from my parents. Like every time I miss home, my family, I just get on a taxi and go home. But now, there were times I would always get this sense in my mind, like, oh my gosh, I am so far that I can't even get on a Taxify. I can't even get on a taxi and say I'm going home. That's how far I am. It was something that took a while for me to like absorb. There's some things that you force yourself to accept, but your heart hasn't. So I think that's what contributed as well to me not being okay. And from that time, I've noticed that from the time I've always been this emotional person, but I've become 5 times more emotional. It was so hard for me because at the same time, you can't cry. You can't cry as if where you are, you're being abused or you're not happy. Because I'm happy where I am and I'm happy for this breakthrough. But at the same time, I'm sad because I'm far away from my family. I see them posting this, I see them doing that, and I'm not there. Or just the general, like, even if they're not doing anything, I'm not there. It was just this emptiness. So you can imagine the emotions going on. It was just so not easy to maneuver around. And honestly, if I'm being honest, we had in-laws in South Africa. I think it was three of them that side, and we didn't see each other like two. And it's not even about seeing each other, it's about now we had to live together. It's different when you visit each other. It's different when you know that, okay, we are around each other, but the system doesn't allow, it doesn't make us, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So it was like changing and getting to know, because I was basically knowing another people again on a different setup, on a vulnerable setup, and it was not easy. They're not difficult people, but emotionally and mentally it is just hard for me. Guys, it's like what? Changing schools. If you change a school, you go to a new school. You have to know people, you have to learn people, you have to create new relations, you have to get used to how people communicate, you have to get used to how a person is. You have to try and think, that whole process of doing that is just can be very, very difficult. And then another thing, realizing that the currency is not what we thought it is. Because yes, I could have £20 here in the UK, and in South Africa it's 500 rand. But what that £20 can do for me in the UK is way less than what the 500 rand can do in South Africa. But what that 20 rand would have done in UK needs to be done. Right now where we're living, we're paying 1.52 for rent. That's excluding 200 for council tax, 139 for bills, like electricity and gas. Then we have got things like the TV, the phone, and all these other things that we're paying for. So I'm sure like per month I have to put aside, like individually, I have to put aside like 1.3, 1.4. That is just going to bills and whatever's. And then that, if you convert that 1.4 to rands, if you allow it to get to you, you actually, because there were times when you think, guys, because I think one of the reasons we would have that mentality is because we had the mentality to come and work, do things home and go back, and work, send money home, invest home, work, invest home. And once we realize that we can't do that all the time, you can do it, but you need to settle first here. So what we want to do is come settle, then, but no, you have to come relax, try and until this is done, then you can now start doing other things. So that whole process of trying to say, okay, let's put a pause on the plans that we had done. Let's first focus on settling here. Because the more we kept on doing other things, the more we kept on being frustrated. Even the whole move also took a toll on my marriage, my relationship with my husband. I think it was just the transformation, that was a bit difficult to tackle. It was like I said, this is my version. We'll talk about our version together. Yeah, it was just a lot going on, and work-wise, at times there was not enough jobs, at times there was not enough work, at times there's too much work, and you don't have time to rest. I remember at some point thinking, you know what, the same God who has been taking care of me in South Africa is going to take care of me. There's no way we'll go back and stuff. And then you think of, hey, going back, and now you go back to your parents. Now you're another mouth that they have to feed. Now you So I had to hold on, because honestly, it looked like it's never gonna get better. It looked like, oh my gosh, we're just gonna be living from hand to mouth, and that was so frustrating. Part-time job was I really loved the part-time job, and I loved it because of the environment. It was a care home, like I said. You have all these old people, you know how wise and funny and the character of old people. So imagine them all in one place, and the experience, I think that's where I got most of my experience, because even today I deal better, I handle people better. I work well with dementia clients, mental health clients, than anybody I'm working with right now. Why do I keep hearing movement? So I think because I got the experience there. You get to learn even facial expressions. They can tell you if somebody's got a stomachache, headache, they're sleepy, they're tired. I can tell just by looking at a person. I can read body language. I can read people. Okay, naturally, that's one of the gifts that God blessed me with. I can read people. That's a story for another day. Then with this training and experience as well, so even talking and calming people down and the escalating issues, I can do that, and I'm so proud of myself. There's some people who genuinely cannot handle it, like they freak out. I take over most of the time. That's the truth. I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I am patting myself on the back. 28 minutes. So exactly, guys, it happened crazy. So I applied for a job at this where I'm working now. I remember applying it the previous year, 2023, around October, September. I know this because, or maybe it was July. I know this because we were busy on looking for work for my husband. And then because I had seen like people working outside at that company, so I decided, oh wait, maybe we can apply for that. Then I went to the site and I was applying and checking the jobs that they have around our area. Then I saw what I was doing there currently. Do they do this, or this is a scam, or this is like private care or whatever? So I just thought, okay, I might get it and I might do it as a part-time. I might consider it. So I just applied, guys. Usually when I click on a link and it sends me to the company's website and I have to create a profile, I just exit. Like that just... But that day, I just went ahead. I created it. I filled it in, uploaded my actual CV, and then submitted my application, and that was it. Forgot about it. And then we continued looking for work for my husband. My husband was getting responses, we were replying, and what. The next year, the following year, 9-10 months later, I got an invitation to they wanted me to submit one more thing and then choose the day of the interview where I'm available. And they had 2 days. I think I went on Thursday. Yeah, I went on Thursday. It was the Thursday when I went for interview, and we did the interview, and I was wearing this. Oh yeah, I was wearing this and my black pants, and yeah, with this hair. I can't believe I just have hair laying around. With that hair, and I actually had a good interview. I enjoyed my interview. I felt so confident, and I was so honest. Things that I didn't know, I told them. I haven't come across it. I really had a good interview. I really enjoyed my interview. but I just didn't know if they were gonna take me, because the company that I'm working for now, I guess I was looking down on myself. I really didn't think it's something that it's a company that would actually consider me. It's a really good company, and I didn't think I would get it, guys. Not because I failed the interview, but because me working for such a big company, do you understand what I'm saying? Never mind. Then came back home. I was excited, hugging my husband, so happy. Like, hey, if we get this job, we'll be in. Next day, I think I was at work. Friday, I got a missed call. So I was working, the area I was working didn't have network. So I'd always get a voicemail notification, and I knew it was them. But the number I called goes to the head office. Then you have to say, transfer me to da da da. Then this person was not leaving their name. They were not leaving their department. Oh, guys, I spent a week them trying to call me. I would find missed calls. I call back. Lord, I even sent an email where they said, this is not the department, the email, because they actually told me on the interview, the email that they've been communicating me is the recruitment department. They also do not know where you're going to be working. They know you're going to be working the interviews for this company, but they don't even know who you're going to be working. So if you send an email there, they'll probably tell you to email the correct people, because that's how big the company is. So I just took my chance and I emailed them, and I told them, I know I'm not supposed to email you guys, but I came for an interview, and they've been trying to call me for a week. I don't even know what to do. And the person was so sweet, and they told me, oh, all right, you can go. I got a call, but then I was at work. I explained myself, like, oh man, you must be so stressed about it. I'm like, yeah, because I don't know if I'm accepted or rejected. Because honestly, and the thing is, every day they would call. When I'm at home with my phone, or I'm at work and my phone, I'm not busy, nothing would happen. As soon, I promise you, this is at the time I was always going into visits with my personal phone, and then nobody calls. And I told myself, it's after hours now, they won't call. So I left my phone in the car. I came back, there was a missed call. Like, no. So eventually, when I went there, then this lady took my details, and then she said she'll call me back. Then she managed to find the people that interviewed me, and then they were like, oh man. Then she called again, left a voice note, told me, okay, when you try to call us back, look for this. Guys, I would try, transfer me to sorry, we didn't get that. Transfer me to it wasn't working. Then she also decided, you know what, I'm just gonna put the news on the voicemail, because we are not getting through to each other. And she left a voice message, said, just wanted to let you know that congratulations, you've got it, would like to offer you I started crying. I was like, oh, so excited. I was jumping on my house. We celebrated. I was so happy. And guess what? After that, they called me, and I was there sitting on my phone, and they called I think it was a day later. And I'm like, really? Now you call when I'm free? And it was just so crazy. Like, oh, so I was busy apologizing. Like, no. We've got plenty of time. We've got plenty of time to do this. So that was like February when I got the job. I did the interview on Thursday, and then Friday they wanted to tell me that I got the job. So they wanted me to submit things which were going to take like 2 months. So I had to redo my police clearance. So they paid for my police clearance, they paid for my visa, and like to swap my visa and everything. And Yeah, and then I told my current employer. She was happy for me and blessed me to leave. And yeah, and then I told my part-time job. They didn't want me to leave. They wanted me to be a bank employee. But the company I was going to, they told me that we'd like you to be full-time and not have a part-time, because we have so much work. We have got your normal hours. We've got overtime as well. So definitely you're gonna be okay. I was a bit skeptical at first, but I thought, okay, let's give it a shot. But yeah, guys, I'm happy just doing one job. And if I'm going to get a part-time, I would want it to be at a care home and just working one day there, like the whole day I'm working there. That's what I want now, just for that extra cash. Yeah, so because I've got a big plans for this year 2025. So yeah, that's how I got my job. It was so crazy. And yeah, my husband also got a job. And the way he got a job is also just a testimony on its own, and we're grateful for the people who helped us. And so things have been okay, trying to settle. And okay, so before I got the so I got the job. So I started working the new job in June 2024, and we had moved in because we moved from where we were staying when we got to the UK, and we have found our own 4-bedroom house with my sister-in-law and her family with us. So we're living together just to help each other, because we're still all trying to make it work. And then after 6 months, we went our separate ways. She also got another job somewhere else, another town. So we had to go our separate ways. Then we found our house where we're staying now. Where it's such a peaceful area, a beautiful little cozy home, 3-bedroom. So it's okay. And we can say God has blessed us, and I can say we have now adjusted. So now we have to start living and enjoying life. And God managed to bless me. I managed to raise enough funds to go to South Africa, back home for holiday. I was in South Africa for February, the whole of February, and I enjoyed myself, and I came back dark. And it was just nice, just managing to save money to travel and money to spend there, buying my family gifts. And when you are firstborn, the things that you've always wanted to do for your family and your siblings. And I told myself, no matter how little and it seems, and like I could have done something else, I'm going to do this because I've always wanted to do this. I'm going to do it. And that's exactly what I did. They were so happy, and just seeing them happy meant the world to me. And God knows I want to do so much, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. So this year I want to focus on myself. Not that I'm neglecting everybody else, on myself, because I've been there for my husband, pushing and supporting him in everything. And one thing about me, my love language is acts of service. That's the number one, acts of service. And then also, I'm a very touchy person. I love hugging. Yeah. I also like quality time, but quality time is like not that as much as acts of service and huggy. So yeah, so I enjoy doing things for my husband. I enjoy doing things for people around me that care for me, to do things for them. I enjoy doing things for other people. So this year I am thinking of putting myself first, and I'll still be doing things for other people, but I'm more effort on myself. So I just want to encourage somebody who's in the UK and things are not as easy as they are for like they were for me. The reason why I say that is because for me, my situation was not easy for me to handle. But when somebody listens to my story, they're like, Percy, you guys are better. You had a place to sleep. You had family. We would sleep in a one room, 3 of us, and have 1 meal a day. There's some people who had to be accommodated by the government and sleep at police stations, go to total strangers. There's some people that had to come here and be in relationships they don't want to be in just because they want a place to stay. That's how crazy it was. There's some people who are still struggling even years of being here. So that's why I never belittle or underestimate anyone's experiences, because we've all had it different. So I just want to encourage you to tackle your own journey, to seek help when you need help. And no matter how much you think you need to do more shifts for you to be able to cover certain things, you will never be able to cover everything. Take care of your body first. Your body will keep on fighting. It will keep on pushing more adrenaline, and you will not see that you are tired until it's too late. Your body will just suddenly shut down. It's like a phone. A phone will keep going. A phone will keep going, but the battery is getting finished. When it gets to 5%, the only thing it will do is to dim the light, but it will still keep going. But from 5%, it can just go off just like that. It can just go to 0% just like that, because it's been holding on. So just find time to rest. If it means the whole day you're at home off and you're just sitting on the couch or laying in bed or sleeping the whole day, do it. Get enough rest. Get a lot of rest. Give yourself time to adjust. It's a new system. It's a new country. When I went to South Africa, I went there, I had so much on my shoulders. I had so much load. I was so stressed. So much going on in my personal life. So much going on in my life. And guys, it was so much. But as soon as I landed, as soon as I saw my parents, as soon as I saw family, as soon as I was in a familiar place, it was this breeze of fresh air. When I came back, I think maybe I look brighter, I look different, I don't know, but a lot of people are telling me that I look different. And honestly, when I went back, I felt that just give yourself time to rest. If you can't afford to go back home and refresh, visit your friends around, visit people around, go to church, go to this. There are always these music shows and gospel concerts. Go there, just refresh. You don't have to have so much money to spend. You don't have to have a new clothes to wear, even if clothes are so cheap here in the UK. But sometimes you'd rather take that £9 and buy food and buy meat than for you to buy clothing. So I understand. So my advice is to you to rest. Get enough rest. Find somebody who's honest enough, because sometimes people that are here in the UK, most of them just want to cover things up and act as if everything is going well for them, which is just going to make you feel bad about your situation. So find people that will tell you things will change. Find people who will tell you their experiences and where they are today. But be careful, of course. You don't want people to be stressing on you again and talking nonsense. And don't be so much under pressure to provide back at home when you are falling apart. Do the best that you can, and trust me, they will appreciate it. That small that you can, they will appreciate it. If you have a toxic family that doesn't appreciate, do not toxify yourself. Please look after yourself. So anyway, guys, I can't believe this video got up to 46 minutes. But if you guys like this video, then I'll know that you like long videos. So I hope I said all that I was supposed to say, but I kind of feel like I was not really going deep, because my story involves a lot of people, so maybe that's why. But we'll see. Just be on the lookout. You can search for Thembi Mbunjwa on YouTube. Okay, yeah, Thembi Mbunjwa on YouTube for his music channel, and then Thembi and Percy for our YouTube channel. And we're posting videos. We're trying to sync our schedules. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm so tired from talking, and I hope you liked the video, and thank you for subscribing. Please like and hit the notification button so that you can watch. I've got plenty of vlogs on my channel as well. I also share the word of God. I share encouragements. You can go on my TikTok if you want to see me dancing and entertaining you, just making you happy, and because if you don't do that, I love you, but not as much as I love myself. I'm joking. I love you. Bye.